My name is Ethan Feinschreiber, and I have a passion for educating the world about snakes. Southern Utah is home to a rather sizable diversity of desert reptilian inhabitants, most of which are on this snake's menu, the California kingsnake. This beautiful black and white snake has fascinated me for quite some time, so much so that I actually got one as a pet. His name is Gunther, and getting to see his behavior taught me a little bit about finding them in the wild, and so my search begins. Supposedly, this is a common snake to see, but it's taken me years to find one here because I don't get to visit their natural habitat very often. And this time, I got lucky.
Yo! Wait! Oh my god! It totally worked! It totally worked! Look at this thing! That's it, dude! No way! This was my #1 target and it just came out.
Well, we did it. This is the California kingsnake, one of the most beautiful snakes I have ever seen in the wild. Well, it gets the name California kingsnake mostly because these guys mostly range in the state of California, but they can be found in a multitude of different places. These guys are considered sort of a diurnal species, but once again, very much like gopher snakes, during the springtime, they'll come out during the day, but as soon as it gets too hot for them to be out during the day, they'll come out at dawn and dusk, and then pretty soon, they'll be out only at nighttime, and that's exactly when I found this guy. Now, as I said, this snake averages around 2 feet long, but they can grow upwards of about 5 feet, believe it or not. Is this a dangerous snake? You can see it's got some really bright colors, but it has no red on there. So the red on black, red on yellow rhyme doesn't even apply to the snake because it has no red on it. It's a non-venomous snake. Nothing you need to worry about. This is a completely harmless species. The word king in a snake's name means snake eater. That's what this snake eats, other snakes. King snakes actually have a resilience built up, which means that if they get bitten by something venomous, would actually not kill this snake because it has an immunity to rattlesnake venom. And so the way it takes down other snakes is it immediately goes for the head. So let's say a rattlesnake is cruising along and this snake sees it. This snake is immediately going to chase after it and grab its head as close as it can. Let's say it misses and the rattlesnake bites him. If a fang doesn't puncture any vital organs, then immediately the snake can suffocate whatever they are trying to eat. These guys are constrictors. Now, these guys are very much generalists. That means that their menu is very, very broad. They are not considered picky eaters by any stretch of the imagination. So, though they eat other snakes, they are happy to go after lizards, rodents, amphibians, and probably even some invertebrates when they're young. So, does the California kingsnake make a good pet? And the answer is yes. Half the snakes I catch out there just make horrible pets, and I'm like, nope, you can't keep it. You can't keep it, you can't keep it, I'm so sorry. But here's one of the snakes that makes an excellent pet snake for many, many reasons. First of all, they are beautiful. And it's great because when you get to introduce your pet California kingsnake to people, you can be like, this is not a morph, this is not an albino, this is not a melanistic snake, this is a normal looking kingsnake. They naturally look like this in the wild, and I just think that is so cool. They can be found in many different habitats, so you can make their enclosure almost however you want. So if you want a desert enclosure, go for it. Make sure you at least have a humid hide for them to sit in so they can get the chance to shed. My California kingsnake always goes in his humid hide before he sheds, so make sure you have at least something like that for them to use. And then other than that, make whatever enclosure you want, and they will love it. There's something about finding king snakes in general that's just different from finding other snakes in the wild. It's because they never look like they belong in the place you find them. Their unnaturally bright colors always catch me off guard anytime I see one in the wild. And this is what I'm talking about when I refer to the beauty nature has to offer. It's not just in the terrain, it's also in the animals, even the ones you may be afraid of. If you enjoyed this episode of Snakes on the Brain, let me know by giving this video a like. And if you want to learn about other snakes I've caught, make sure to subscribe.